How are you? I'm Matt Euler. I'd like to take a quick minute to introduce myself, tell you a little bit about myself, um, before I get into what I hope to be the first of many vlogs designed to help you better your life and your surroundings. Um, I am first and foremost a father to a beautiful baby little girl who will be turning 3 months here in the next couple days. I'm very excited about that. I hope throughout my journey through these vlogs, you'll be able to get to meet her and get to see, how much she means to me and how important she is in my life and how she's everything to me. Second, I am a youth mentor. I work with teens recovering from drug addiction. It's a very demanding job, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. I love everything that I do. Um, I'm also an amateur MMA fighter. I've been doing that very shortly. I've only had one fight. I'm 1-0. I knocked him out in the third round, so that was very exciting, very fun. I'll get more into those stories, hopefully in later vlogs, of how that came about. I'm also a personal trainer and I'm an inspirational speaker. Notice I said the word inspirational and not motivational. I believe motivational is something you find within yourself, and inspiration is something you find in anything and everything around you. And I hope to be a vessel to help inspire you to live a better life or to better your surroundings. Um, so the first topic I'm going to speak on, obviously, is the title of this video, which is How I Lost 100 Pounds in 5 Months. I did do this in 2011. I was 280 pounds at my very biggest. Quality of life was not great. Confidence was low. Motivation was low. And just not a very good, happy, good place in my life. I grew up playing football, and to be big then was okay. I was an offensive lineman, so it was okay. But once I graduated and the football life was over, kind of lost my purpose of being big, and kind of lost the purpose of my life. Didn't really know what to do or where to go. Um, I was down in whole pizzas and whole bags of M&Ms. That's still my weakness to this day is M&Ms. I love those things, and sitting around playing Tiger Woods golf in my basement. And that was my life. I was that stereotype. So yeah, not great situation. Um, so the straw that broke the camel's back that got all this into motion was a family vacation we took to Florida. And me and my brother were getting ready to go on a ride at Universal Studios, and we came across a sign telling the people that were too big to get in another line so that they could ride in special seats, what we deemed the fat seats. When I came to realize that I was too big to ride in normal seats on a roller coaster, that was the lowest part of my life. Not realizing to that point how big I actually was until I realized I could not fit in a regular seat on a roller coaster. So that got the wheels turning. I needed a change. I couldn't live my life like this anymore. At the same time, I had a roommate who was he was bigger as well. He didn't weigh as much as I did, but he was bigger. Um, he decided he was going to start running every morning. He wasn't changing his diet. He still was eating the same greasy, fried, bad, horrible food that we all love. He was eating the same food that I was, but he was running every morning. And normally when you live with someone, it's harder to see their progress or their results because you live with them, you see them every day. So they gradually are changing and you're just noticing it as they're going along, but you don't really pay attention to it. But with him, I could actually see it. I could see that he was losing weight. I could see his clothes getting looser. I could see the results pretty quick. And it struck me. And if he can do it, and he's not changing his diet, if I did it and changed my diet, how much better off would I be? I'd be doing double what he's doing. I'd be losing double the weight that he's losing. So January 1 of 2011, yes, I am a New Year's resolution baby. Went into the gym and got on the treadmill. Um, and basically did that for 5 months until I lost 100 pounds. There's a lot more to the story. Um, than just that, but that is basically what happened. I went in, hoodie on, got in the back as far away as I could from everybody else, hiding behind everyone, and got on the treadmill, and I just started walking. Put the headphones in, watched the little TV screen that was on the treadmill. I think I was watching Hell's Kitchen, and so yeah, watching a show about food while I'm trying to lose weight. I was torturing myself, but that's what was on TV, so that's what I watched. Um, so I started out with an hour on the treadmill, just walking. I didn't run, I wasn't sprinting, I wasn't doing anything. I just was setting a pace and I was going with it. There's kind of two approaches to the gym, and there's the tortoise and the hare. You can either go in, run as fast as you can, and I've seen a lot of those people die out, tire themselves, have to stop and take a nap. And then there's the hare approach, slow and steady wins the race. That's the way I took. And I started out with just that hour on the treadmill. And then that progressed into an hour on the bike. And then that progressed into an hour in the pool. I was able, at the peak of my 5-month period in my training, I was doing 3 hours of cardio a day. Now I know most people don't have the luxury of doing that. I did. I worked the grave shift, so I was able to get off of work, go straight to the gym and swim. Go home, sleep, wake up, go back to the gym, get on the bike. Go home, relax, hang out with friends, eat food, go back to the gym and before work and do an hour on the treadmill. I had that luxury. Most people do not. But if all you have is an hour, that works. If all you have is a small amount of time, that works. Do something. Go get on a bike. Go get on the treadmill. Go get in the pool. Do something. Start your journey somewhere. Once you do, you'll find that it's a lot easier than you think or than it has been in the past. If you just set your mind to, this is what I'm going to do. This is where I spend my time. This is where I'm going to be every day. And you don't let anything get in your way. But then the next part that comes along is the question I get the most. What did you eat? As a personal trainer, I've heard all the diet plans. And most of them out there, I feel like you have to have a master's in chemistry to even figure out what the hell is going on. I did not do that. I took a much simpler approach to my diet. I just said 200 calories a meal, 6 meals a day. I felt that the science behind, if I am burning more calories than what I'm putting in, I will lose weight. I put all my faith into that method of training, and it worked for me. I'm not going to say that these other ways don't work. When it comes to losing weight, there's more than one way to skin a cat. And basically, you have to find what works for you. You have to find what is best for you. So if you're trying one method and it's not really working, switch it up. Find another method. There's plenty out there. Find what works for you. For me, I had to still have my carbs. I still had to have my sodium. I still had to have my fats every once in a while. I just made sure my numbers were as low as I could. I would check the serving sizes while I was eating something, and I would make sure that my carbs, that my fats, that my sodium was as low as I could. I was good with protein. I could go as much protein as I wanted, but I made sure everything else was as low as I could. I wasn't always zeros, but I made sure it was as low as I could. So I still had tortillas almost every day. I had wheat bread almost every day. I just made sure my carb numbers were as low as I could. And so, you have to find what works for you. So do that. And so that's what I did. I kept my calories at 200 calories a meal for 6 meals a day. I never hit that plateau that so many people are afraid of, and that the show The Biggest Loser warns you about and makes all these people panic over. I never hit that plateau. I kept it in my mind the whole time that if I'm burning more calories than what I'm putting in, I will lose the weight. And I did. The longest I stayed on one weight was 3 days. Was continually dropping every single day for 5 months. And I let my body choose my weight. I didn't set a goal weight. I let my body choose my weight. And when it finally stopped dropping rapidly, I realized this is my weight. This is what I'm going to be at. And that's what I felt comfortable with. So I went from 280 pounds to 175 pounds in 5 months. And from what I'm told, that's pretty impressive. And it felt great. So, that's my story. That's where I started out. That's where I got to where I'm at today. Here I am, 5 years later. I walk around at 180 pounds. When I take my MMA fights, I fight at 170 pounds, and that 10-pound weight drop is very easy because I know how to supplement myself, and eat properly, and balance cardio and weightlifting within my training. Um, but everything else aside, the most important and the hardest part of the whole entire journey is believing in yourself. It is something you have to do. You have to believe in your system. You have to believe in what you're doing. You have to believe that you can achieve these things. Um, don't put so much pressure on yourself to hit a certain goal weight. Don't put so much pressure on yourself to look a certain way. You let your body choose what it needs you to do, where it needs you to go. I promise you, if you do that, you're going to find the results much more satisfying than trying to chase some particular image that you want to achieve. Um, Everybody's different. Everybody's body's different. Everybody's body is going to react differently to what they're doing. So let your body choose what you need to look like. And I promise you'll be much more happy with it. But believe in yourself. Believe in the system. You're awesome. You can do it. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on this page. I will hopefully be doing many more vlogs to help inspire all of you. You can find me on Instagram at the Gudari. That's my fight name, the Gadari. I'll explain what the origins of that name in another vlog. Or you can find me on Facebook at Matt Euler. Um, I just want to, before I head out, just let everybody know that I love you, and I'm sending positive vibes out into the atmosphere. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Tell yourself that every day. You are the king. You are the lion. You are the king. You are the lion. Tell yourself that over and over again, and you will start to feel that confidence. I promise you that. That's what I tell myself every morning. I look myself in the mirror and I tell myself I'm the king. It may sound like bragging, but you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you are capable of great things. I love you. Take care. Follow me. Comment. Ask questions. I hope if you ask questions, I'll be able to respond to them on the next vlog. Like I said, follow me on the other forms of social media, and have a great night.